And this is also to bring in the legends, make them feel appreciated, and give them the best weekend ever. I mean, we give them the best weekend ever. And they look forward to it. They look forward to it. When we started the first one, we wanted 6 legend. We end up with 25 legend. And I'm talking big names.
From the Blue Mountains to the lush rainforests, adventure and natural beauty abound in the Caribbean nation of Jamaica, and so does talent, as exemplified by Marley, Fraser-Price, Bolt, and the man on your screen, Lawrence Rowe, a West Indies cricket legend. Meanwhile, some 561 miles away, the city of Miami offers a dynamic blend of cultures, gorgeous beaches, and an electrifying nightlife that never sleeps. Somewhere in this mix lives the Lawrence Rowe Legendary Cricket Foundation, the brainchild of Audrey Rowe, wife of the West Indies legend. In this series of conversations, we will be exploring the works of the foundation, along with Rowe's thoughts on the past and present state of the game of cricket.
Conversation 1. Notes on the recently held T20 World Cup competition, along with an introduction to the Lawrence Rowe Foundation.
West Indies performance at the recent, the recent performance at the World Cup. What are your thoughts, Lawrence?
I am not so critical. I thought from the beginning they didn't start out well against the minor teams that they played against. They had struggled early on against Papua New Guinea. They got the win, but it wasn't a dominating performance, and they never dominated any of the game per se. Coming up to the big game against England, So I thought they try hard, especially in that final game.
Right.
They made only 100 and little bit, and they fought well with it. I thought they dig in and they fought well. But, it's 2020 cricket, so it all happens very fast.
Right.
And their performances over the last year has been good in most of these formats. They have moved up, as Rockman Powell said in his last interview, that they have moved up considerably in the rankings.
Certainly.
And we have won this World Cup twice already. So it's not a situation where we are going to dominate constantly,
Right.
So overall, I would have loved to have seen them at least in the semi-final. But the fight that they put up with that small total was credible. And we just wish them well going forward.
The Lawrence Rowe Foundation, tell us about the start of that, Audrey. How did that idea slowly work its way into your mind?
In my mind and then my heart. Okay. Should I start from the beginning? The foundation, when I met Lawrence, when I met Lawrence early in the relationship, I mean, it was in the 80s, I think 86, about 1986. I met Lawrence here in Florida. And he was in a little, everybody know what happened then, but he was going through that early stage of South Africa thing and stuff. So after dating him and stuff, the first few years of our relationship was like I was doing a lot of listening to him and his heart and his, what he was going through, and the fact that he had to leave Jamaica, come to the US and stuff. And so the first few years was like therapy. The relationship started like therapy to me. And after he was getting over all that, and all that nourishing from me, he was going through all that true love. He started to tell me a little bit of how he felt about certain things
Mm.
and how he wish he could change certain things.
Okay.
And he wish he could give back certain things. So he told me like he wish he could help those legends that play the game. That's one thing he was telling me, and that was really on his heart. He wish he could help those legends that play the game, that really going through hard time right now. That
Wow.
was one of his wish that he told me on more than one occasion. The next thing he said, he wish he could have give back to the sport. Even though he wasn't playing professional anymore, he wish he could give back to the young people. Some of his gifts, some of his techniques, some of his talent, whatever he had, he wish he could
Mm.
give back to the sport of cricket that he loves so much. And after listening to all that is a ingredients for a foundation. So I decided in 2011 to
Mhm.
start the Lawrence Rowe Foundation. In that way, he could do some of the things that he wished he could have done
Right. Right.
through the foundation. So and that's basically giving back to legends that not doing good, and basically giving back to children in some kind of way. Because he has so much to give,
Mhm.
not just for the sports, but he have a lot to give. Like um, he's really, really, really a nice person.
Okay.
He's really, really a nice person.
You make you have a jump there.
I know I don't tell him that all the time, but he really is a nice person. If you're around him, you can feel the energy and the sense of
Mm.
his goodness. He's really a good person. And
Right.
he had a lot to give back. Whether it's word of knowledge and encouragement of
Mhm.
young people always around him. And he give back that in a lot of ways.
Right.
Advice,
Right.
and basically some of these what he's giving back come from his training in cricket.
Okay.
It's the gentleman thing, the intelligent thing, the speaking, the advice of how to achieve and how to be successful.
Mhm.
All those he was willing to give back, and
Okay.
and
Great.
that's what we put in the foundation.
Okay. Great. So, Lawrence, I take it that Audrey is a very good listener. Because she did a lot of listening. I mean, I didn't even want to count the years. But it's all like
yeah, she did. She did during that period of time when we, when I was going through all these, tribulations and things.
Tell us about the first cricket legend that you guys helped once the foundation was up and running.
Patrick Patterson was the first person we did give a little package to. We wanted it to be more, but as we say, it's something wherein we have to get donations and people have to give and companies have to participate. And again, you have one or two companies here who because the name Lawrence Rowe is there, they've never participated in the way that they could
Right.
have,
Right.
although it was for a worthy cause,
Mhm.
But Patrick Patterson was the first person that.
Okay. Good. Tell us. For those who may have forgotten or don't know, tell us a little bit about who Patrick Patterson was and
Yeah.
to West Indies cricket.
Our dynamic fast bowler, probably one of the fastest ever bowled for the West Indies. A man who played for the same club that I played for in Jamaica. And I would say a young friend, a person who I had even some good words as a senior person to him and captain of the Jamaica team during that period of time, A wonderful person. And for some reason or the other, went through some difficulties.
Mhm.
I am not sure today as to how he's doing, but I know that he had some little difficulties here and there, like anybody else,
Mhm.
But a wonderful, wonderful man.
Okay, the West Indies Cricket Legend Weekend that we do like every year, it's really just showing appreciation to the legend, just inviting them down for the event. We make sure that these legends, even if they're not the one that's selected for the donation that here, because we try to give, we want to do more than one, but so far we can only do one at a time since we started. And this was our fourth one. So whenever this event come around, this is when we really look out for, ask for donation and ask for funds. And this is also to bring in the legends, make them feel appreciated, and give them the best weekend ever. I mean, we give them the best weekend ever. And they look forward to it. When we started the first one, we wanted 6 legends. We end up with 25 legends. And I'm talking big names. I mean, Lawrence can tell you some of the names, some of the big names. They were all here, 25. It was the most beautiful reunion I've seen. And we make sure we just show them how much we appreciate all the hard work they do, because cricket, as I say, is a long game in the sun, and it's entertaining for people that watch the sport. And I'm just reaching out in any way, and I said it at the events too, in any way you can donate anything to give these legends that are fallen heart. And we have one right now that is going through stage 4 cancer that we're really helping. And he was the one selected, but now we have 2 this year. So we are really doing some good things with little fun that we get. We do good things with it. So I'm reaching out to anyone who loved cricket, who is not a part of cricket, but just think of these legends that give so much of the sport. And remember, cricket is something that unites the Caribbean islands together. So therefore, these legends, they're forgotten. They are forgotten, and they're forgotten by even people that make something off of them. You know what I mean? And some of them go to their grave with no help. So if we can put together at least every month, they know a little check coming to them from the Lawrence Rowe Foundation, or we can give them something when they attend. The last one that we give this year, he cried when we realized that he was a person who got this, So it's really touching because they need it. And let me tell you something, they're not going to ask nobody for help. These legends, they're not going to do it. That's why sometimes we want to mention these names to people. I mean, if someone come on as a true part of it, they will see what's happening. Because we have those that are helping now that take it serious because they know what we're doing. And they're on board every year. They can see and they know, and we can tell them this is a person we're doing or whatever, But we're asking anyone if they want to participate and know that they can help these legends that give so much of the sport. It's appreciated.
Support the Lawrence Rowe Cricket Foundation and help our greats as they adjust to the challenges of life off the field. In addition to giving hope to our legends, your contributions will also help in the training of the next generation of cricketers. By contributing, you will be making a positive statement on behalf of both the past and future of West Indies cricket. Give today. No donation is too small. Visit the Lawrence Rowe Legendary Cricket Foundation at lrlcf.org.